Hi everyone, welcome back. So we are reacting to I think it's like an unplugged performance of Through the Valley by Shawn James, and this is Gaslight Sessions. So yeah, and this was requested and sent over by Mike. So thank you so much, Mike. I'm excited about this because I like unplugged. So let's go.
My name is Shawn James. I'm here with Sage Cornelius on the fiddle, and we're gonna play a song for you called Through the Valley here at the Gaslight Sessions. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I fear no evil because I'm blind to it all. In my mind, in my gun, they comfort me because I know I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. Well, I came upon a man at the top of a hill. He called himself the savior of the human race. Said he comes to save the world from destruction and pain. I said, how can you save the world from itself? Of the shadow of death, and I feel no evil, 'cause I'm blind. And I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul. But I know when I die, my soul is dead. Now I die, my soul is dead. I said I know when I die, my my soul is damned. I got 'em blow.
Okay, guys. That was insane. He has an insane. I feel like I've seen him before. I feel like has someone else requested this in the past, or like not this, but him. Maybe I have seen him. I don't know. My memory is already a bit. But this, he is incredible. Like as soon as I saw like the violin, I was like, okay, we're about to. I feel like you guys must have caught on to the fact that I always say like I love violin, and so like hearing that accompanied with his vocals and his soul and like his it was just so folky. Like it had such folk elements, and I really do love folk music like a lot. I think it's just so heartfelt, so real, so raw. You know, I just love folk music. But then it also had a lot of obviously soul. He has an extremely soulful voice. It's not, he wasn't really singing like in a folk style, I guess, but depends whatever folk, whatever style you sing is, could be folk in a way, because it's like you're playing acoustic instruments, and it's like, it's that very intimate style of singing and creating music. And I even I loved how they zoomed in on his foot and how he had that tambourine, I would call it, or like some kind of tambourine on his foot. And I think that's really cool. That adds like that country folk element to it of like, and I've never seen that before. I think that's really cool. And also like hats off to him for actually being able to be so in sync with the song and like himself playing guitar, singing, and then also like stomping his foot to create like another element to the song. So that in itself is just so beautiful, like to see in itself. And I just the violin for me, everything about it, like it just got grittier and grittier. It got more like deep, and like his voice, I think, was what got really deep towards the end. And then he had this like resonance, this bass, this vibration to his voice that's so unique. Like I've never heard anyone go to those depths. Well, I guess I have in other ways, but like with that particular quality, like he's got such a like very soulful voice, like stereotypically soulful voice, but he's got still such a unique flavor and a unique element to his voice, especially when he does that grittiness and that, and he goes really deep with it, man. And that resonance in his voice is like, whoa, it's like you feel like the earth shake, and it's kind of, especially with the things that he's talking about, like, how can we save the world when it won't save itself? Or he said something like that, and I was like, wow, it's so deep. And even just, I love wolves as well, and I just love seeing like the violinist have like a wolf. Like, is he native? Is he indigenous? I don't want to assume, but just the whole like wolf situation is giving that he might be. If anybody does know, I'll be like happy to know, but just curious. But yeah, the violin though, the way it started, it was so eerie, and even the violin had like this resonance to it that later was then brought by Shawn's voice, and just the way that they harmonized with each other. And it wasn't like, typical harmonization, but it was so unique. And I just don't really know how to explain it, but I swear, like the keys and the notes he's choosing in this in the violin is just so beautiful. It's so like, it has so many folk elements to it, but then it's not folky. It's very unique and very like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know what genre, because sometimes you can't always put things in the box. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's part of like that person's unique expression, and whatever they choose to, however they choose to play it, and whatever they choose to arrange it in terms of the keys, the chords that they choose, the all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just so unique. Like, I've never heard a violin be played like that before, and it obviously has folk elements, but it's just like, oh, it's just the most beautiful thing, man. When he starts playing though, like, I'm just like, the guitar as well, like, it's just sets. I love how they had, like, at one point I was like, oh, is this like just gonna be an instrumental? But then obviously, because they had mics, I was like obviously maybe not. But I love that bit when you kind of think, oh, is this going to be an instrumental, because they've given space to the instrumental at the start. And I think that's always so beautiful. Like, wow, like this. Oh, it's so beautiful. It is gorgeous, man.
See, will follow me.
Yeah, his voice is crazy, man.
'Cause I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And
It's just a song about like fighting and like being, you know, it's just like you really feel the pain. You really feel like the story that he's telling is like this story of pain, the story of being in that valley, you know, like the valley of death, like that story, and that sort of phrase that we've heard a lot from. That's a poem, right? What's that poem? You know, so the 500 to the valley of death or something like that. But it just adds. I can't remember the poem. I literally studied it in English at school, and I can't even remember. But I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I can't even think of the poet, but it's like that song is that poem, and I don't know if he had any like inspiration from the poem or whatever, but that poem is very much about, you know, sacrifice and kind of no way back. This idea of like, we just have to fight through. There's like no way back now. Like, we have to see it through to the end. But there's also this element of self-sacrifice and like all of these kind of things. And I feel it is really similar to that poem. Now that I think about it, I didn't even think about that when I was listening to it. But then now, like, analysing it, I'm like, oh, I could just be like looking into it like too deeply, but that's just where my mind went. So I always tend to honour wherever my like analysis goes. But yeah, his voice, everything about it is just this pain. Everything, even like the violinist, like, that's the one thing I think. I mean, maybe not everyone, but sometimes we can underestimate how much pain is being brought into a performance, because we tend to just look at the singer or the person that has the spotlight on them, which I think in this performance both of them do. But like, you know, Shawn James, I was coming here thinking, okay, I'm going to listen to Shawn James, and obviously he brings the soul, he brings the pain, but I think it's also really beautiful to see how the people that accompany the artist, whether it's, you know, backing vocalists or another instrumentalist like him with a violin, it's just it's really beautiful to see how both of them kind of emit that painful feeling, or we see the pain in both of them, if that makes sense. Nah, even his face when he was playing the violin, he's like, he was just couldn't hold, like, yeah, he was just totally immersed in that, man, like crazy. Everything about this was insane. So I'm so grateful to be exposed to this kind of music and these artists. Like, what a flipping song. But yeah, let's have a little look at the lyrics. So, oh my God, look at this painting as well. Wow. Oh, he produced it. That's amazing. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah. So it literally is. It is that poem. That's interesting. And I'll fear no evil because I'm blind to it all. And my mind and my gun, they comfort me because I know I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Still I walk beside the still waters, this bit, and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. Well, I came upon a man at the top of a hill, called himself the saviour of the human race, said he come to save the world from destruction and pain, but I said, how can you save the world from itself? Because I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I'll fear no evil because I'm blind. Oh, and I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I know when I die my soul is damned. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what he was saying at the end of that, but it's like really, it is like, yeah, it's a deep song, man. There's a lot of pain in this. Oh, it's actually from the dark folk song that reinterprets Psalm 23. Oh, so that's actually a from the Bible. Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Rejection of salvation. The narrator encounters a self-proclaimed savior of the human race trying to save the world from pain and destruction. The narrator cynically dismisses this, believing the world is too far gone and is unsavable. Yeah, it's definitely, what I was going to say is like, it's definitely a dystopian song, but then in some ways it's like uplifting because it's like you feel like you're not alone in the pain that you feel, and that's what music does, really, you know what I mean? But that's so interesting. What's this? The song gained widespread fame after being featured in the reveal trailer for the video game The Last of Us Part 2 and later covered by actress Ashley Johnson in the TV adaptation. Interesting. But I want to the Valley of Death poem. I just really want a poem because obviously now that I know it's actually from the Bible. Lewis Carroll. Oh, The Charge of the Light Brigade. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Into the Valley of Death Road, the 600. Yeah, so that's Alfred Lord Tennyson's iconic poem. Lewis Carroll. Why did I say that? Okay, there's a lot of names here, guys. But yeah, Lord Tennyson poem. Yeah, but it's inspired by Psalm 23, verse chapter 4. I'm not sure how you guys say that, but yeah, what a song. This is, now it has just even more depth to me. Like, wow, that's a deep song. But yeah, I'm so grateful to have been exposed to this and to this artist. You feel the pain, you feel everything that this song needs to be expressed, all the emotion that needs to come with this song. And now all the biblical references, all of this kind of common theme that other people have spoken about and other people have related to, it just adds a further like depth to it, and like this universal pain that we all feel, and that's powerful. So thank you so much to Mike for requesting this. If anybody else does have a request, there is a link in the description to send any over. But yeah, thank you so much. Until next time, bye.